Doors are closed and you're all here. Well, it's not based on a word, and as they say here in Harambe, it's one day. That means let's go. Well, Jumbo, everyone. My name is Carly. I'm going to be your safari guide today. How's everyone doing today? Awesome. Oh, wow. Well, friends, I do have some very simple safety reminders before we get going. Everyone needs to remain seated for me at all times. There's absolutely no standing at all during the safari. You must. That does include children. Children are able to sit on your laps to get a better view, but please make sure that they are lap sitting and not lap standing. There's no passing children back and forth between adults or passing them from lap to seat to lap to seat to lap. So friends, wherever they're sitting right now, they must sit there for the whole entire safari. So parents, please watch your children. Oh, friends, we are beginning our journey in the Little Ituri Forest, and the animals in the Little Ituri Forest love to use camouflage to stay very well hidden, so everyone keep your eyes peeled. Looks like we are surrounded by animals right now, though. So over here on the left-hand side, there's also one on the right-hand side. That's a greater kudu, the tan color antelope. Yeah, and I also see an okapi all the way back there on the right-hand side as well. Oh, looks like that greater kudu is crossing behind us. Is it? Yeah, there it is. Now, those okapi, many people think that they are related to the zebra because of the patterns on their legs. In fact, they are actually the only known relative of the giraffe. Oh, down here on the right-hand side, I see a bongo. A bongo is that copper color animal all the way over there on the right-hand side. Yeah, you can see it moving around behind the bushes. There's also some up here moving around the bushes as well. Actually, that's why they have those horns that lean back, is to help them get through the thick underbrush much faster without getting caught. Oh, it looks like we're also coming up to a black rhino here on the left-hand side. Let's get a little close. Not too close, though, of course. Now, black rhinos, they weigh around 3,000 pounds, and they can charge at about 35 miles per hour. So, friends, they are pretty fast compared to how much they do weigh. There's no natural predator of the black rhino. Unfortunately, friends, their main threat are humans. Yeah, due to poaching. Humans, they will poach those beautiful creatures for the keratin in their horns, because many poachers believe that keratin has a medicinal value. We can actually find keratin in other places, though, like our fingernails and our hair, so it does not have any value. So it is very sad that those beautiful creatures are being poached for basically no reason at all. Now, there's less than 5,000 black rhinos today, friends, so they are unfortunately critically endangered. Now, let's keep on heading forward, because it looks like we're coming out the Little Ituri Forest. Actually heading straight into Safi River. Safi River is my favorite place to go looking for those animals that like to hang around the water. So everyone keep your eyes on the water, because you never know what you will see. Does anyone see anything yet? No, I don't see anything. Let's keep on heading forward. You see a duck? That's pretty cool. Ooh, something a little bit cooler than duck, just a little bit though. I see a hippo. Over here on the left-hand side. Yeah, there's some actually under the water, but that one's kind of floating on top. And I say kind of like it's back in, I think, one eyeball, or maybe it's a nose. I don't know. I can't really tell. Floating on top of that water. Yeah, on the left-hand side, maybe, no, it wants to stay under. Okay, so those are Nile hippo. And Nile hippo, they weigh around 5,000 pounds. They actually eat about 80 to 90 pounds a day. So friends, they eat a lot. Now, the great birds over here on the left-hand side, those are on the island. Those are pink-backed pelicans, and pink-backed pelicans get their name from the pink coloration on their backs during mating season. But going back to those hippo, though, those hippo, as I said, they do like to spend the majority of their day in the water. They can stay submerged and hold their breath under the water for 8 minutes at a time. So pretty long time. Oh, stay looking over on the left, because I actually see some Nile crocodile. Now, these guys can actually hold their breath under the water for 2 hours at a time, so a little bit longer than those Nile. Right, friends, so those Nile crocodile, they are actually just about as long as a giraffe is tall. So just about 16 feet long, and they can actually weigh around 500 pounds. So friends, they are pretty big creatures. You can probably tell that just from looking at them back there. Now, their diet does usually consist of fish, with just one snap of their jaw. You can actually crush an animal's bones, so they can take down an animal that is twice their size, so something like a zebra. Alright friends, it looks like we are now making our way straight down into the savannah. The savannah is home to many of those popular or favorite animals out there, like giraffe, elephant, and lion. But of course there's a lot more other animals other than those, like these ones here on the right hand side. Look at those horns. Those are angle. The whole thing is an angoli cattle, not just the horns. But those horns can actually reach about 3 to 4 feet in length. So those horns can get pretty long. But those horns are actually hollow. Ooh, there's one over here on the left hand side in this tree.
Oh, yes, there's one in the tree.
He really wants to stay in that tree over there though. Yeah, so those, as I was saying, those horns are actually hollow. They circulate their blood through their horns to cool themselves down on those really hot days in the savannah. Ooh, I think I see something on top of the den over here on the left-hand side. Let's get a bit closer. Hold on tight. Alright. Yeah, over here on the left-hand side, again, on top of the den, I actually see a spotted hyena laying there. Probably resting over there. No, spotted hyena, they're actually in their own category. So they're not quite canines, not quite felines. Again, in their own little category, it is called Hyena Day. And contrary to popular belief, hyenas are not scavengers. They hunt a majority of the animals that they eat. Ooh, over here I actually see two types of animals. So I see a herd of white-bearded wildebeest, but if you look a little bit further back, I see tan antelope, and those are Patterson's eland. Now, white-bearded wildebeest, they can actually travel in herds up to 1 million. So it does look like, well, of course, a smaller herd of them. And what's really cool about the white-bearded wildebeest, they actually know the calls of the warning calls of other animals saying there are predators nearby. So those white-bearded wildebeest hear those calls. They also scatter. It looks like we're coming up to Maasai giraffe over here on the left-hand side. Oh, looks like there's one running in the back. You see it? I can tell it's a Maasai giraffe from the spots on their coat. Those spots are jagged and irregular, so they're not like, oh, perfect puzzle piece spots. Alright, now Maasai giraffe are actually about 18 to 20 feet tall. So there's one over there. Those ones over there on the left-hand side do seem pretty tall, but when they're born, they are actually only 6 feet tall. So these ones that are a little bit further ahead, hopefully we'll be getting a little closer look at them. They are actually probably taller than 6 feet. They don't look like they just before. So there's a young one in front of us. We're going to be stopped here so we can head out of the road. Oh, it looks like they're coming back over. Friends, please don't not make noises at the animals. They don't like it. Alright. So you can see those Maasai giraffe over there on the left-hand side. Maasai giraffe, they do sleep for about 30 minutes a day. So just about the rest of the day eating. So when you see a giraffe, you will usually find it eating. That's actually why they have those dark purple tongues. It's helped defend themselves from those UV rays so their tongues do not get sunburned from eating all day. And as I said, they do spend 30 minutes a day sleeping. And there's some more over here on the left-hand side. little bit further back. That's 30 minutes in total. Only take smaller naps between 30 seconds to about 2 minutes long. They usually sleep standing up. That's because it takes them way too long to lay down. And stand right back up just in case of any predators were to come. Actually, looks like there's some fallen down trees, or maybe they're knocked down trees up ahead, which is a pretty good indicator that we're getting close to elephant territory. Oh, what a coincidence. Over here on the right-hand side, I actually see some male African elephants. Now you can tell that they are male African elephants. It's because they are all by themselves, so they're not a part of a larger herd. Well, elephants are a female-dominant species, so when those male elephants turn into adults, they do actually leave the herd. And the females make sure that they are leaving the herd. That's because male elephants are actually way too territorial to be a part of a larger herd. Sometimes those male elephants will form smaller groups outside of the herd called bachelor groups, but not all the time because again they are very territorial. Let's keep on heading forward. Ooh, it looks like we're actually coming up to some red clay pits. Another pretty good indicator that we might see some more elephants. That's because elephants like to eat red clay to get vitamins that they're missing out from their herbivore diet. I do actually see some tusk marks over here on the right and elephant footprints down there on the left. So that means that a herd was around recently. Let's hope that they are still nearby because elephants like to migrate around a lot to different food and water sources. We did actually find that elephants are scared of bees, and there were farmers in Africa that were unfortunately killing elephants because the elephants would come along and stomp on all over their crops. Thanks to the Elephant and Bees Project, which is actually helped funded by the Disney Conservation Fund, those farmers are now putting beehive fences around their farms. So when the elephants hear the buzzing from the bees, they actually do not come close. So less elephants are being killed, and those farmers actually have another form of profit, the honey from the bees. I'm not seeing a lot of elephants around here. Oh, this might be because, well, they migrated away, but a lot of elephants are actually losing their homes due to the mining of coltan. Coltan can actually be found in other places, like our cellular devices or other technology, just like that. So if you want to help those elephants not lose their homes, go ahead and recycle all of those cellular devices and the other technology that you are not using. It does help those elephants a lot. Over on the left-hand side, I see a flamboyance. A flamboyance is a grouping of flamingo, and these ones are greater flamingo. I can tell they are greater flamingo because they are the lightest pink of all flamingo. Now they are actually born a gray color, and then about a year after their shrimp diet, they do turn that pink color. So I think that's pretty cool that they're not born pink, but they just turn pink from eating so much shrimp. Alright guys, let's keep on heading forward. I do actually see over on the left-hand side a mud wallow. That's that huge pool of mud over there on the left-hand side. Now they are pretty good indicators that we might see some rhino. Those rhino actually to roll around in the mud to cool themselves down on those hot days in the savannah. And then those rhino actually have very sensitive skin, just like humans, so they use the mud just like the same way that we use sunscreen. Oh, I actually see a water bach over there on the left-hand side walking around. Is that fuzzier looking antelope? It looks like there's a few more. They have the white ring around their backside. They actually have a heart-shaped nose. Now they do spend a majority of their day around water. They actually have oil on their fur, which keeps them from getting too wet by spending most of their day in the water or around the water. That's where they get their name, water buck. Their name literally translates into water buck. Oh, over here on the left, I see a cheetah. Looks like there's two cheetahs. So there's one here laying in the grass over on in the, kind of the middle. There's another one laying. It's kind of in the shade. There's grass, and then you'll see a patch of dirt, and it's laying in there. Cheetah, they are the fastest animals in the world. You can run from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 3 seconds. So friends, they are pretty fast cats. Now they are actually diurnal cats, and that just means that they do their hunting during the day. Very unlike most large cats. So I do actually see a lion ahead over here on the left-hand side. Let's see a little better look. Yeah, over here on the left-hand side, there he is, looking majestic. Lions, they do rest the majority of their day, about 16 to 20 hours a day. They are usually more active during dusk and dawn, and so it does always depend though, because while they are resting the majority of their day. The lions are one of those larger cats that actually do their hunting during the nighttime. Oh, there's a female over here on the left hand side. It looks like there's actually two female ones hiding behind, well, not hiding behind the other, but laying behind the other. So lions, again, they do their hunting during the nighttime, and the female lions are the ones that do the hunting, while the male lions, their job is to actually protect their territory, protect the territory and the cubs from any of those predators that try to come along. You can actually hear lions roar up to 5 miles away. And the male lions are the ones who start those roars, and sometimes the females continue those roars. Coming up over on the right-hand side, I see a bonzabok. That's a darker brown antelope with a white backside over here on the right. Oh, it looks like there's two of them. Now I do love talking about the bonzabok. That's because during the 19th century, bonzabok were extinct out in the wild. There's only about 17 left on reserve, just like this one. It's 1717. But thanks to a lot of conservation, actually one farmer in particular that kept those 17 alive on their farm, their numbers are now growing. Now there's actually about 40,000 bonzabok out there today. So from 17 all the way to 40,000 just from that one farmer. Shows you what one person can do to help so many of those animals out there, friends. Alright, looks like we are heading out of the savannah now. Well, we're making our way into Magadi Glen. And Magadi Glen is the newest part of the reserve, but it's made possible thanks to many generous donations from the Disney Conservation Fund. So friends, if you've donated to the Disney Conservation Fund, this part of the reserve is actually made possible thanks to you. If you haven't donated quite yet, don't worry, you still have tons of time to do so at any of the merchandise locations here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. You can round up to the nearest dollar of your transaction, or just head to a register to donate. Any little bit does actually help a lot. And Disney does this awesome thing that it matches donations dollar for dollar. So friends, whatever you are donating, Disney will actually donate the same exact thing. And it'll go to things like what I talked about earlier, the Elephant and Bees Project. Well friends, another fun way that you can donate to help some of those animals out there is there are some stuffed animals at some of the merchandise locations here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. 10% of the proceeds for those stuffed animals does actually go to the Disney Conservation Fund. So I think that's a fun way to get a souvenir from the safari, or just Animal Kingdom in general, or if you see your favorite animal. If go ahead and get it because you will be doing your part by donating to the Disney Conservation Fund. Alright friends, so I'm not actually going to be dropping you off here. I'm dropping you off a bit further away, actually where I found you. So just hang tight for a little bit. And we're going to keep on moving along. In just a little bit, as soon as these trucks keep on moving ahead of us to go on to their next adventure.